Welcome. This is Camilla Blossom, joined with Jewel Murphy to offer a Corn Mother meditation and information about our Oaxaca, Mexico retreat. And so I'm really excited to introduce Jewel. You have rays all around you. You look beautiful in the sunlight. And I just feel like it's such a treat to do this retreat with you. You bring so much joy and delight and your experiences in Oaxaca as a very popular leader of retreats in Oaxaca, and really tuning into the artists and those beautiful indigenous people of the lands. So I just want to welcome you, and if you have anything you want to add.
Okay, well, thanks. I, like you, I'm really super looking forward to the trip. It just really seems like it's been coming together the way it should be. And, I've been doing tours to Oaxaca for a long time, but I've never done one that was more of a pilgrimage. Typically, it's more art focused and we visit artisans and we'll still do some of that, but this has a more retreat vibe to it. It's also really, I feel like I'm a little bit in service to your vision, which is about we're going to retreat, we're going to replenish, we're going to, kind of have that aspect as well. So the whole thing's really exciting to me. And I'm kind of here for any logistics or details about organizing and how you get here and there.
Okay, great. Yeah, we're going to start with Corn Mother meditation in a minute here. And then we'll answer questions and talk a little more about our vision. But just to start with, I wanted to share more about just sort of how this came to be, because I've had this beautiful relationship with corn. I'm a plant person. I've been working with the spirits of plants and trees, with the fairy realms, with the land and the spirits there for a long time as a spiritual mentor and a teacher. And so I just have a really strong relationship with plants. And then I had this experience of going to Hopi land and meeting an elder there who was planting corn, and I just felt like so much love radiating from him. And then my friend gave me some Hopi corn and I planted it, and I was able to have my own experience of growing corn and what that felt like and that relationship. And I was shedding tears. It was so beautiful, that kind of sacred way that that when you open to those relationships with the earth and the plants and the corn mother, like it really is deeply nourishing and bringing through a lot of healing. So that was my experience. And then Jewel and I were at the Fairy Congress last year and had this experience. She was sharing more about her beautiful trips. And she said, oh, there's these caves where the origins of corn, that you can go visit outside of Oaxaca City in the little village of Mitla. And she said, we can go there and stay there. And so I was like, oh my gosh, yes, yes. And I just felt like there's something really deep and beautiful about that connection. Because to me, Corn Mother is really a connector. It's like my motto of, we are not here to heal Mother Earth, we're here to heal. We're here to heal our relationship with her. So the Corn Mother felt like exactly that. And so when she mentioned those caves, it felt like that sweet nourishment of the Corn Mother was coming through and saying, yes, come here, bring people, have a sacred experience, have joy, have a time together to really celebrate and be in this sacred land, and sharing that. So that's kind of how it happened. And actually, we were just chatting and getting ideas for her future trips. And then a little bit after that, she goes, would you like to lead this? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, dream come true. So that's sort of how it came to be. And since then, the Corn Mother's really been speaking to us. We did a little ceremony few weeks ago at the river and just could really feel this rainbow bridge energy between Mitla and us, and at when we were in Eugene, and just this opening of this beautiful opportunity to connect all of us with um, a retreat, a time to make blessings, to bring our sacred walk to new levels for our relationship with Mother Earth. So I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Jewel, or.
No, that was great. That's pretty much what happened.
Okay, good. So yeah, so I think we'll go ahead and go into the meditation. And so I welcome you to just drop into your body, take a couple deep breaths. I'm going to I have this beautiful blue cornmeal and I put mica in it. I'm going to give a little offering to Corn Mother from all of us. I'm just asking permission to connect with her spirit, connect with her love, her sweet nourishment, whatever it is from her that we need at this time. So you're welcome to close your eyes and get comfortable and just bring your breath inside yourself. Just breathing deeply and grounding. Imagine grounding our roots into the crystalline grid of Mother Earth, sending those deep down into her crystalline core. And just gathering your energy close back to you from your day. And we'll open our crown and connect with the sun, the great central sun, the cosmic sun above. We'll anchor in the four directions, the north, the east, the south, and the west. And also make offerings of love to the indigenous spirits where all of us are from, and also the beautiful Zapotec people of Mitla, of that region where corn was created from this grass. Sacred transformation. And so we now invoke the Corn Mother to join us. Join in circle and to bring to you, it could be just a feeling, it could be love, it could be guidance, a message, but just be open to however you receive it is perfect. And this prayer came through. I just want to say, speak it, that we are honored to connect with you. I am honored to connect with you, Corn Mother, as a bridge between humanity and nature, to help awaken and deepen my relationship with Mother Earth herself. Thank you for your nourishment, your food, your energy, medicine, and light. You fill my cup, my chalice with your beauty and joy. And just allow her energy, you might see her as colors. I get a lot of colors with her, rainbows, golden light. And just allow this medicine, this frequency, this love to be medicine for your soul and your body. Let yourself receive. And we ask her to help me care for myself and help me move into a deeply receptive place of nourishment. Please, Corn Mother, replenish my life force, make me whole. Invite you to nourish my inner baby, that small part of myself inside, to birth the new golden age through the marriage of my inner mother and father. Let me renew my relationship to how I am nourished with food and love of the mother. Let me receive nourishment with an open heart. Allow my heart to soften into gentleness, vulnerability, and restore my ancient self, my inner shaman, my medicine woman self, my medicine man self. Help me remember who I am, my essence, my truth, and help me expand my golden light and be one with you, one mother, divine mother. So a lot of golden light and white light is moving into the heart chakra. That's what I'm seeing. So just allowing yourself to receive, maybe different from you as well. And you can also visualize the plant. Think about corn cob, the husk, sort of protective around it, the corn silk, the beautiful like hair. If you look at, even looks like rainbows. So you might get a glimpse, an image, a feeling of her through some of the images of her, what the plant looks like. So opening to the corn stalk, fields of corn, and even imagine yourself in the field of corn with her, and she's present with you. And she's also healing that connection between our heart and our lower chakras. So you might notice a lot of light starting to open from your heart, going down into your solar plexus, your sun, your power center, and then even down further into your root, and then into the earth. So just allow whatever movement and flow of energy and light she brings to welcome that. And I'm seeing her now working on her back body as well, those places that are more unconscious. And just passing her medicine, her light over the back of the body, kind of even adding, sort of imagining her like husk around you as like a corn cob. So if you need a feeling of a little more protection, a little more boundary, a little more space for yourself and your process, she's giving you that or your aura, your energy field. And know that she's doing whatever each one of you needs most. But I'm just sharing kind of what I'm seeing. And she's asking you if this journey is for your soul to join and experience this magic that she carries, this medicine in Mitla, Oaxaca, Mexico. She's inviting you personally to join us in this Corn Mother pilgrimage, sacred journey, this joyful journey, this time of actually taking these energies of light and embodying them. So they're not just energy or in our spiritual body, but that we can really embody them. They can be integrated, be part of us, part of our walk forward and our service to the sacred earth. Beautiful. So that was the blessing from her. If there's anything else, you can just take this last moment to receive, to soften, allow. And to know she's available in the future to connect with, this form of the Divine Mother. And that her medicine is a lot about nurturing, nourishing, how to receive that, how to bring mother healing if we need that, healing to how we relate with food and nourishment. And also to help us really remember that remembering of our truer, wilder, more ancient nature, especially visiting these ancient caves from 10,000 years ago, where corn was domesticated for humans. And this was the birth of this relationship between this plant and humanity. And to help us tune into those origins so that we will always remember, even when we've forgotten, we can remember. Beautiful. So just let that energy in. Take another deep breath or two. Thank you, Corn Mother, for being the bridge. And so yeah, gently bring yourself back to the space. And what I'd like to do is just open to see if anyone has questions. Feel free to put them in the comments. We had a number of people sign up, but I think people are going to be watching the video, so we can do some sharing with Jewel and I, a little more about the trip, some of the things that you might we might think you want to know. But yeah, leave comments for those who are here, or feel free to hop on and ask a question. And also, if anyone wants to say anything about the experience too, of the Corn Mother, I really sense her, just to speak from my own experience, as very rainbow, like she's a rainbow goddess. So there's always a lot of rainbows with her, which is like bringing in all the different frequencies of light in our body, and that multi-dimensional kind of energy, which is really nice because we're all learning to embody more of those different frequencies and levels. And so I really see that. I see a lot of the golden light as well, which is part of the unity consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the oneness. So there's a lot of that. This time I did see that some white light too. And I think pink is like a healing light. I wasn't seeing that today, but some of you may, which is very much a divine feminine healing light. So you might experience that as well.
Thank you, Camilla. It was really, really beautiful experience. I had a really strong sense of like the stalk.
Ah.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So in what way did you feel that?
Like sort of centered and like you were talking about, going from the heart down to the sacrum, standing tall a little bit, waving in the wind a little bit, but standing tall at the same time. It was nice, really nice.
Great. Yeah. I like in the meditations when you can kind of feel like you are merging or becoming that energy, because things like that where you can really feel that through the spine. So I have this light right on my nose. I'm gonna shift a little bit more. Oops. Molly, did you want to share anything, your experience or any questions?
I realized that as a child, I didn't cook a lot with my mom or anyone, but I did, shuck the corn with my grandma and my mom, and how well I know the plant and how it feels and the smell. And I feel like I didn't realize that till right now. And I think because of Little House on the Prairie, we used to pretend like those were our little dolls for the moments we were preparing the corn. And yeah, thinking I've also felt, Jewel, I felt the stalk and the strength of it, and inside, like the core of the plant, the core, underneath the kernels, those soft kernels, there's this solid core. Yeah, it was beautiful to remember that. I felt like I got in touch with my inner child.
Nice. I love that too, the ritual of that, right? Like those one of those rituals that's just something we do with the cooking, and how sacred that is, and the nourishment. And I think we've really lost, like, part of this pilgrimage is like, how do we slow down some and can reconnect to like the food and the plants and the cacao and the trees, and and it's sacred.
Yeah, like we are going to shop together and cook together, and maybe we'll shuck some corn together. And one thing, I don't know if I talked to you or it just came to me, I'm also thinking maybe we could make some dolls. It sort of came to me, the idea of dolls. So we'll see. I mean, we've got a lot of really solid ideas, but we've also built in a lot of room for things to happen, for magic to happen, really. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we could talk a little bit about some of the things that we're planning to do. Maybe do a little overview of that, Jewel, and then, kind of start from there. And anything else you kind of think that might be helpful for people to know. But we do have planned sort of, we're trying to, I know like some retreats or events, like, you're kind of busy and rushing around doing a lot of things. It's sort of like not my style, even though we have a lot of activities. Like, I feel like it's really important just because I'm very empathic and sensitive. And I think part of this retreat idea is to be we're going to be in a small town, a beautiful retreat center. So we'll get to really rest into it and nourish ourselves and really pay attention to the day, pay attention to how we feel, do self-care.
Right.
We'll be able to walk to the corn caves, we'll be able to walk into the village. But we do have some beautiful activities too.
Right.
So I'll talk a little bit and then Jewel, you can add to them. But yeah, definitely the going to the corn caves and maybe doing some meditation. We have a local guide who knows so much, is filled with that traditional wisdom, indigenous man. So that's really exciting to have those guides. We also have indigenous healers that are going to share their medicine, Olympias and other healing, nature plant walks. We'll be doing land blessings, and we'll be there during the spring equinox. So I love how it's right around the fall equinox now coming up. And so we're kind of setting the intention and opening that energy. And then the spring equinox, sort of the planting of the corn time, will be when we're in Oaxaca. So that we'll be doing sort of celebration of the spring equinox. And yeah, making altars. Why don't you add some of the kind of the people that we'll be working with, any of the other things on our itinerary that you want to add, because you're kind of more into setting that all up. So
well, Oaxaca is a super special place. And one of the reasons is that, well, for a lot of reasons, there's kind of an unbroken thread of indigenous wisdom in Oaxaca. And that's what we want to tap into. And I think we've sort of planned it, not like one activity a day, kind of at the most. And then we can really take that in. And so we'll also go to the ruins of Mitla, which are Mesoamerican buildings where their priests went, and they've just found all these underground tunnels underneath it. And so there's a lot going on there. And hopefully we'll do some prayer there. And then I will also visit artisans in the community, hopefully a rug maker and a candle maker, which I'm really excited about the candle maker. And we'll visit some churches probably, because that's where just a lot of faith happens. A lot of blessings happen there. If we're lucky, we'll maybe see some, typically in Oaxaca, the elder in the family blesses the children. And that's kind of you'll see it in the churches on Sunday afternoons, and it's really beautiful, and maybe we'll see that. So yeah, and also we're really open to other people's interests, and we'll also probably work with a local cook or two, so we'll have an opportunity to go to the markets, which are my favorite place in Mexico. And yeah, and then also swimming. There's a pool, it's a solar heated pool, so it's kind of cool in the morning and warm at the end of the day. And there's lots of trails around. And so yeah, it's really a great spot too.
yeah, it sounds really beautiful. I wanted to add to that about the sacred ruins in Mitla too. When Jewel and I got together, we were tuning in, kind of creating a bridge to that area and really asking permission and asking the spirits there, like what was wanted. Because when you go to another culture, even if, I've worked with a lot of sacred sites and land alchemy and doing that kind of healing work. But it's always, important to be super respectful of the people and the culture and the traditions there, and not just to go in and do whatever you want, right? So, but we were just asking for that, asking for guidance. How can we show up and give our prayers and blessings and whatever is needed? And so we kind of got a beautiful message about doing like I was experiencing thunder like in the earth. Remember that in the temple? And it was sort of like, and then Jewel told me that there's like a thunder was one of the energies that they worked with. It was almost like a calling from these spirits that they would love for us to do a group ceremony and do some things. And there are symbols in the walls of the temple. And so there was sort of this feeling like we were going to be honoring the symbols and listening and learning more about what they were. So we'll have an opportunity to kind of tune into some of the ancient spirits. And I know, Julie, you've talked about that Mitla means kind of land of the dead, like a place to honor the dead.
And although some people say that one would interpret it as place of rest.
Place of rest.
I like too, since we want to retreat, rest, and nourish ourselves.
Yeah. So I definitely can feel that energy of the ancestors, like really honoring the ancestors there, that this is a place of rest, a place where they have buried some of their ancestors in these places, like you were talking about these tunnels. And a lot of it has been left alone, which I think is beautiful and not disturbed. So just knowing we're going to that sacred site for that, and really listening, to what way we can be in service and to be present and share that.
Yeah, some people have asked me about respecting the people there, and I feel really positive about who we're working with, and we're definitely going to really Camilla and I will be there ahead of time, and we're going to talk to them about what we want, what we like, and what we're interested in, and really hear what they have to say. And they'll have some suggestions, because there's 5 different caves, and they'll have suggestions about which caves they think different things might be appropriate for. And so I really think it's going to be a super co-creative kind of process. And they're really, at least my experience was that they're very open to what energies other people might be bringing as well, as long as it's respectful. They're open.
Yeah, I love that. It sounds like you connected with some beautiful healers and guides and people that will help with the food and things. So we'll be really supporting and honoring those locals and being respectful.
And,
so
it's
important to both of us, right? Yeah, to give back.
Right. And the caves, there's like 500 caves in that area. Yeah, and they've known about many of them for a long time, but they've only been open for the last 4 or 5 years. And it was 6 people in the community who basically got permission to do this project because they felt that it was important to let the world know. It's really special.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah, can you think of anything else? I guess the other thing, just for people to know, that this is all genders are welcome. It's not a women only trip. We have a man signed up, and welcome more. And the place we're having it sounds really beautiful. Like you say, it's a pool, very relaxing. It's out in the country. We're in the village, about an hour from the city of Oaxaca.
Right. And it's all solar generated. It's a pretty green situation out there, pretty self-sustaining. I feel super positive about that. I love that.
Nice. And also we're limiting it just to 8 to 10 people. And the people that have signed up so far are super lovely people. And I feel like there's going to be a really sweet community that's formed. I know on all your trips, Jewel, you have like amazing time together and really create community and lifelong friends even. Those kind of really fun, joyful, because I know a lot of this is, we're doing blessing and ceremony, but to know like, I definitely like to have fun and have a lightness to it, right? Like there's a time to go into our healing or our service, and also to just bring a lot of joy and delight and have a really fun time and just, yeah, play with that energy, because I think that helps, yeah, make it a nice balance, right? So I don't know if there's more you want to say, Jewel, about the kind of experience people have when they're with you, because I'm sure like Jewel is so fun to hang out with.
Well, I mean, it's real. Yes, it's special, and really, it's partly because we have these experiences that only we share, and also cross-cultural experiences can be really playful and joyful, and the whole language thing, and going back and forth, and the Zapotec people are very sweet and tender and funny. And so, yeah, I think it's a good match, and yeah, I don't really. So yeah,
Well, and when I was with Jewel, we actually did this like oracle reading for the trip and stuff. I just to share, and it was like, oh my God, it was so awesome. Like just how we're gonna click as co-creators of this, have a group, have the whole experience, and I just really feel that it's for those who feel called to this, that it's really going to be life-changing and special,
yeah.
And a beautiful time. Yeah. And I think for each one of you who are considering, just really, yes, sit with it and you'll feel that calling. And I think the finances will just flow if you're meant to come. And just really, yeah, open that door to that. And I was tuning into corn silk and realizing that medicine is a lot about abundance and prosperity. And then I was thinking of that word cornucopia, which has corn in it, but it's like abundance. So I also feel that there's a lot of abundance that can be intended for this journey as well. See, now I have the little light right on my third eye, and you have the light shining all over. So I think this is a sign, like,
We're good. Yeah, we're
like
good.
the light's good. The corn mother's happy with us. And yeah, is there anything else, Molly, do you, or Angela, or is there anything that you'd like to ask or say? No, that's fine. Yeah, and I guess just to know, like, if you would like to ask more questions, both of us are super available to do emails, texts, calls, and we can give you more information. Yeah, give you all the detail stuff. Will definitely flow easily, and whatever you need for that. But I think mostly I always make my decisions just very intuitively and in that spirit way, asking spirit, asking the Corn Mother, are you meant to be part of this circle, this group, and go on this journey together? I do see that happening with a full group. And so I'm just really blessed. And thank you so much for all of you for coming and exploring, and even exploring the Corn Mother, whether you go on the trip or not. So we're like building community, and that's really important. So thank you.
All right. Thanks, Camilla. It was great. Thank you. I'm gonna go.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.